We're going on a field trip with Aquanauts, Samantha T. Porter, Adele Luda, and Sydney Hamilton. We're going 22 feet underwater to spend 24 hours living as an aquanaut. Along the way, we will see air bubbles, ocean wildlife, and have a pizza party. Pizza? Dive on in and join us.
Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. My name's Gia. I'm a camper from Camp GoldieBlox, and I'm super excited to be here today to be talking about the science and also all about your journey as aquanauts.
We are actually underwater. We are becoming aquanauts. As you can see our beautiful window here where fish have been observing us and we've been observing them.
So I was wondering, what exactly is an aquanaut and how is it different from being on a submarine or scuba diving or other underwater activities like that?
What allows us to become aquanauts is because actually part of the habitat is still exposed to the ocean. And that means that the pressure is higher in the habitat. So after 24 hours, our body reaches equilibrium at point of saturation. And that allows us to fulfill the definition of an aquanaut versus anyone who's on a submarine or just doing kind of a short-term scuba diving.
Would it be possible if we saw the moon pool?
Yes. All right. So I'm gonna go into the other room. You'll get to see. So we have these. It's kind of noisy, so you may not hear me as much. But I'm gonna go down in here. Come down with me. This is our gear, and then you can see that green pond. That's the moon pool right there. That's the water.
How does the water not go into the habitat?
So this pressure right here is keeping, you can't see it, but the air is keeping the water down, and then the water is balanced. So if you look at my dive watch sees a pressure of 22 feet underwater. And right now we have to keep pushing air down. We can go back in. We keep pushing air down to make sure that that water stays down. If we lost pressure, the water would actually start to fill up in the habitat. We have a gauge right here showing 22 feet underwater.
Was there something that was really cool that was your favorite part of being in the habitat?
You know, I think it's cool that we were able to see the difference between being above water by some of the things around us. So Adele, very cool, brought a water bottle that originally looked like a normal water bottle.
Just filled with air.
Filled with
air at the surface.
Once she got underwater, you see that it actually collapsed, so showing the pressure difference from the surface to where we are now. And they have tons of snacks, which has been fantastic. And you can see
it's like flat, but it's because they're pressed. They're compressed. They're still okay though. We've been snacking
them.
They're very still tasty.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I think the best part has been just with the team. When we started as ambassadors, we didn't all get to meet. Like many of you may be starting new classes for the school year because of COVID, and so we were just really excited to meet in Miami and drive down to the Florida Keys, and just sharing this experience together has been really exciting.
If somebody wanted to get more involved in STEM, what is some advice you'd have for them?
Be open and stay curious. So I originally did not intend to go into a STEM career at all. I actually wanted to be a costume designer. I like sparkles and such. And then I actually took a class just to get my biology requirement out of the way. So I took an anthropology class and I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool, right? And then I took another one, and then I took another one, and now here I am. I got a PhD in anthropology now. And it was just because, right, I stayed open to new experiences, and then I found something that, I really loved and really sparked joy within me. So I think, just be open to new experiences and trying different things.
I think also not to get discouraged. I mean, there's maybe this perception that yes, you have to work hard at your academic studies for STEM, and but we didn't all get A's all the time, and so you have to keep working at it. And some of these concepts are hard for a reason, and sometimes it takes some while to work at it, to understand it, to get more comfortable and used to it.
So don't give up. If STEM is something you love, don't get up just because you got your first B or C. We all didn't get straight A's all the time.
Yeah, first thing on my transcript where I currently work is a C-, and it turned out just fine. So just putting that out there.
In terms of you guys' careers, which are absolutely amazing, do you guys have a most favorite part of your jobs?
My favorite part is really knowing that I get to touch lives with the work that I do. So I work on airplanes and satellites and rockets. And when you think about it, it's like, especially in the past year, how are we keeping the world connected through the satellites that I worked on? So like how we're having this conversation today, how we're being able to communicate. Like, I feel like the things that I'm making, like that small part, this wouldn't have worked without my design on this little aspect of it. And I feel like I've been able to contribute to keeping the world connected and making the world a smaller place, whether that's flying to see someone or video chatting with someone on the phone.
So I'm going to say my favorite part. So I'm an archaeologist by training, and I learned to do 3D scanning, basically so I could 3D scan artifacts and archaeological sites, like entire sites, to be able to share with people. But in my current job, I actually use those skills for anyone who has a project at my university. So that can be archaeologists. I work with geologists. I work with a dendrochronologist. That's someone who studies tree rings to look at how the climate is changing. But I also get to work with people in theater. I get to work with artists to make sculptures, right? People like to 3D scan themselves and put them in video games. So I love that, right? I was able to get this skill that lets me do just so many fun things, and it's always new every day, and that's just really exciting.
One last big question. In STEM, why is diversity so important?
Diversity of thought, of mind, of experiences is what it takes to overcome challenges that have not been overcome before. If you have everyone that thinks the same, everyone that's been through the same school or the same thing, you're not going to overcome that problem. And so it's important to really listen to somebody, even when initially they say something and you think there's no way, that's off, that's wrong. Let them finish, listen to them, because there's going to be value in there, and you're going to find a way to have that diverse team work together, and you'll be stronger in the end.
Yeah, so archaeology, at least in the United States, is part of anthropology, which is kind of, we say, the study of people in general. And people from different places who have different types of families, who come from different places, right, have different perspectives. And a lot of the time, right, if you're just talking to one type of person, you're going to miss out on all sorts of great knowledge and information that you know, wouldn't be able to use. So I'd say, yeah, definitely different perspectives can bring just so much more to the table.
And diversity of experience. I mean, all of us grew up differently, so we see the world from a different lens. So when I present a problem to a diverse group of people, some people may be able to bring experiences, or absolutely will be able to bring experiences that I haven't had. And so because of that, they can see the problem differently. And we can come up with solutions that together we wouldn't have been able to do individually. And so I think that bringing your experiences to the table, bringing your authentic full self is so important. When we keep pushing for the diverse teams and we're giving everyone a seat at the table, that's how we can really make the difference and solve those problems that were formerly impossible.
Can you tell us like what you're interested in, like doing?
Yeah.
Generally?
So I love mechanical engineering, and I also love environmental engineering. So I love figuring out like different answers to problems. Like I'm super into solar panels and how that can kind of work with like helping the environment, and also getting like efficient energy sources and things like that. And in terms of like what I'm doing right now, I love finding environmentally friendly ways to like do science experiments, other things like that, especially art projects, because I'm also super artistic and I love mixing art and science together. So that's pretty much what I'm interested in. That was so much fun. I had so much fun talking to you guys about your experiences, Aquanauts.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Watch our other videos!